IBC covers the smoke damper actuation and, acceptable methods of detecting smoke. You can use duct smoke detectors. It'll tell you where it has to be within 5 feet of the damper, things like that. Again, I don't want to go too deep in there. It's in section 717.3 if you're interested. But the actuators, these are very important with smoke and fire smoke dampers. The actuator model is tested with the damper model. So, we'll have certain combinations of actuator models that we can use with certain combinations of damper sizes. They have different torques, different performances, all that kind of stuff. Again, we are testing them as kind of a unit. So they're both subjected to that heat test as well, 250 or 350 degrees. So even if it's an external actuator, we'll put an oven box around it, heat the actuator as well, make sure that thing can function under heated conditions. And before we can do any of that, we actually have to do a cycle test on the damper and actuator. So make sure that the actuator has enough torque to operate that damper for 20,000 full open and closed cycles. And in the case of modulating actuators, it's got to do an additional 100,000 reposition cycles. So 10,000 cycles from 0 to 10%, 10,000 from 10 to 20. Takes a long time, right? I think it's like 3 months for something like that until you even got a test sample you can throw up on your air chamber. Typically, actuators these days are electric, 24, 120 volts, something like that. Usually we'll see transformers for anything higher. 2-position actuator, just open and close, or we do have modulating capabilities for actuators as well. They're not exactly cheap, but if you do want to be able to hook that fire smoke damper up to some type of modulating control, give it a 2 to 10 or 0 to 10 volt set point signal, or hook it up to an airflow set point and modulate your damper. We do have those capabilities. So, and quick recap on the actuator slide here. Larger dampers may need more than one actuator. So if we're starting to get into those large openings, large dampers, one actuator may not be enough. So we certainly may need more than one on those bigger models there. 250, 350, talked about that. And yeah, various torque ratings as well. So